Chapter 18, Geto's Interrogation. Geto was already in the special hospital ward, well before Moriyama's scheduled visit. Hospital staff had outfitted Geto in a newly bleached and starched white t-shirt paired with pajama bottoms. His feet were encased in beige hospital socks with rubber treads on the sole. Geto's long black hair needed to be trimmed, and it covered half his face as he kept his head down while a doctor and nurse fluttered around him, getting ready for the teacher. They had Geto in a hospital bed raised in the sitting position. Their nurse was attaching electrodes to Geto's body so they could monitor his heart rate on the EKG machine. The doctor was checking the ankle and wrist restraints. The staff was warned that the teacher's examination would not work if the patient could escape or simply cover their ears. When the doctor was done, he pulled a white hospital sheet over Geto's body to cover up the restraints. The doctor and nurse were finishing their preparations when Yaga and Shoko entered the observation room. An extra-large window let them see everything that was happening on the other side, in the ward where Geto was waiting. They were only able to see his side profile because of the way the hospital bed was positioned. Shoko went as close as she could to the window so she could see her friend for the first time in months. She felt a lump in her throat as she saw how emaciated he looked. His hair was too long, and it made him look feral when paired with his sharp cheekbones and pale lips. Shoko was trying to remain clinical and stoic, but she really wanted to cry. Where was Gojo? She wondered. Her answer came when she heard heavy steps echoing down the hall. She knew that walking cadence well. Gojo stopped at the entrance to the observation room but didn't enter. Geto was nearby, and Gojo was still not ready to see him. He leaned against the door frame and pushed his sunglasses further up the bridge of his nose. Moriyama and I have agreed to keep this first session short, no matter what happens. If you get tempted to interfere, don't. Yaga spoke first, mostly addressing Gojo. Neither Shoko nor Gojo responded. There were still a few minutes left before Moriyama was scheduled to arrive. The doctor and nurse stayed in the ward with Geto. Gojo suddenly stepped into the observation room and stared through the large window at Geto. All the air was knocked out of Gojo's chest when he saw Geto, looking so fragile and broken. His eyes roamed over the length of Geto's hair, his half-closed eyes, the downturned corner of his mouth, the sharp angle of his shoulders. The rest of Geto's body was covered up by a sheet, but Gojo could still make out the slimness of his thighs and sharp outline of his knees underneath. Did they have him in restraints? That can't be him, Gojo thought. He wasn't supposed to end up like this. Oh my God, I did this. I did this.